We're going to go over how you can use database marketing techniques to increase conversion rates, lower acquisition costs, shorten sales cycles, reduce wasted advertising, and reduce unqualified leads by targeting and building databases like these of homeowners, vehicle owners, parents, donors, more and more Republicans, Democrats. Building a database like this, target them across channels, and get the results you've been dreaming of as a business. Let's do it. Hey guys, Steve Page here from Giant Partners, the #1 data-driven marketing agency in the US. Today we go over database marketing, how it works, and our step-by-step process to target people using data across channels online and offline to get you the results for your business and do the following. The main goal is to increase conversion rates, lower acquisition costs, shorten sales cycles, reduce wasted advertising, and reduce unqualified leads. So let's get into it. First, we want to start with who are we going to target? Who's your perfect customer? Whether you're an existing business that has some data already or a new business that's just starting off. There's a few things you can do. If you're just starting out and you need to build a database, one of our data specialists would help you create a database based on what you want to target. Today we're going to go over an example of investors, but just to kind of see all these little different databases we have available to target. Seniors, top 1% earners, sports enthusiasts, travel enthusiasts, RVs. The list goes on and on. So many databases we've made and used over the years for different clients, different industries, to target them across channels. Today we're going to do an example of investors. We're getting a lot of requests for that right now. So I just want to use that example to kind of just give you a way to visualize what you do with your business as well. So here's an example of the types of investors we can target across line, or a database of investors that we can utilize different aspects from. So here's a little breakdown of active investors, real estate investors, stocks and bonds, foreign, personal investors. Do they own investment properties? We have data on that. Job status, are they a business owner? Are they a C-level executive? What's their income? What's their net worth? The age? All these different factors in a database we can use to create one that's your perfect customer. If you're brand new, we would guide you in creating one from scratch. But if you also have a list of customers, maybe a few thousand customers, we would take that list of that database and we'd append that data, and then we'd make a lookalike to expand it. So turn that 1,000 into 10, 100,000, 500,000, a million people that are just like your perfect customer as well. So once we have that database, we would use that to directly target them online. So you'd get a database and work with the database specialist to target them across channels. The database would look a little something like this. Get all their personal information, interests, income, net worth, mobile lines of credit, whether completed high school, do they have children, homeowner status, interests, and more and more and more. The database has extensive details on your perfect customer that you can dive in and segment if you want to as well. Once you have that database, you can now layer on some other targeting options that may not be in the database, but you can use the channels targeting options like interests to get even better targeting and segmentation to hit that perfect customer with the perfect message at the right time. For example, so if you want to target investors that also travel frequently, platforms like Meta, they track your location through GPS targeting. So they're able to easily know whether you travel a lot. For example, we get our list, we download it, we upload it into the platform. We can also go into here, type in the interests, travel, frequent international travelers. So maybe they're an investor and they go across different countries, and you have a specific offering that is for an international investment. You want to know that those people travel internationally, so they'd be more interested in this investment opportunity. And whether they just travel in general, you can also target them based on that. And then once you find a little niche there and some interest, you can go into suggestions and even find even more types of interest segments that you can even dive into and segment even more and target that person with that perfect message. And once you have that list uploaded, you can just create a lookalike off of it. It's completely free from Meta. So once you upload the database like this, you click it, go into actions, create a lookalike, and then it's going to create something like this, and it'll be millions and millions of records that you can use for targeting as well. So once you build that perfect database for targeting, you upload it to Meta, Google, LinkedIn, create a lookalike off of it, and then you automatically increase your targeting reach in an instant with a click. It's pretty amazing. Again, another pro tip with database marketing: once you have your database and know exactly who you want to target, be sure to add exclusions as well. So if you already have a list of customers that you've already sold, you want to exclude them from your list. Maybe there's other audiences that you don't want to put your offer in front of. So for example, you really want to target homeowners, maybe you want a list of renters to exclude. If you want to target people with a certain vehicle, or maybe not with a certain vehicle, you gotta put that list in here and add it to an exclusion list, and make sure the people that you don't want to add in front of don't see it. Then as you get your lists and you format it to these platforms, you want to make sure the data is as complete as possible on the top of these sections. Our database team will do this for you once you pick your database you want to target. But if you don't do this, some platforms don't take it. For example, Google, when you upload some data with a lot of incomplete fields towards the top, it'll reject the upload. So you want to make sure it's formatted and complete towards the top of your file. You'll get a better match rate, and it'll actually intake the database for targeting. And this actually goes into the next step. What data is included on a custom audience list, or what data is on the database that you need for targeting? This depends per channel where you're trying to reach these people. So we went over here. The database has all these fields for all the targeting, segmenting you'd ever want to do. But some of these platforms don't have all these options. We're going to go through Meta's example. What data is on Meta that you can use for match rates? So the more data you have to upload into these platforms, the better match you'll get. So a few things that Meta asks for. It'll ask for up to 3 emails. So if the person has up to 3 emails, whether it's business, personal, it'll try to find that email that matches with that Facebook profile. Same with the phone number, up to 3 phone numbers. First name, last name, zip, city, state, country, date of birth, year, gender, age. User ID, value. So what you can do if you have customers or clients that have purchased from you, you can actually upload them into the platform, and Meta can find people who have spent the most. If you're brand new, you won't have that data, but it is something for an existing database that you have. And then other ID examples that can be uploaded as well if you have it. And it's recommended to have at least 3 fields populated to have a good chance of matching a user. The more completed database that is uploaded, the larger the custom audience will be available for targeting. And then just so you know, there's no limit on the size of those uploads. If you have a huge database that's multiple gigabytes, it'll take a long time to upload, but it'll all upload into the platform. And eventually you'll be able to just connect these databases between our platform and the channels, which is something we're working on as well. And this third step is why. This is one of the most important steps. Is this all doesn't really mean anything if you don't know why you're doing it. And the reason we use data to target people is because a lot of these channels are removing options for targeting, and database targeting allows you to put these targeting options back into the platform. More and more of these things like homeowner data, income, what car they drive, and so on, all these different selects you used to be able to target in these platforms are now removed. And now you can use data to actually put it back into the platform and get that targeting back, so your perfect customer can see your message and you're not wasting as much ad spend on people that are never qualified to buy your product or service. So 1, custom audiences empower advertisers to use advanced targeting parameters within advertising platforms. We went over a little bit how you can do that with the investors, with the list, and then also being able to target the people on the list, exclude people with the list, as well as add on some other targeting options like investors with a high income, and they travel as well. So you get the best of both worlds with the platform targeting and database targeting. Custom audiences ensure that customers are omni-channel targeted via digital channels in which they are active. If you have a list of 100,000 people and you upload to different platforms, you target them online, you're increasing your chances of actually showing your ad to the right person in multiple spots. And these people who see your ad in multiple places are going to think your company is a lot bigger than it may be in real life. And you're going to increase your authority, and it's going to make them more likely to buy and trust you because they're seeing you everywhere. A little example for a visualization for omnichannel targeting. Let's say you're targeting, this guy's name is Brian, and Brian is on his personal social media networks as well as business social media networks. He has a personal email he uses for a few of them. He may be a business email for some of them. You could target that same person. You target Brian across all the channels. So let's say his work channels are email, Google, and YouTube, as well as LinkedIn. You can use that data in the database to target him on those channels at work, and then his home channels are Instagram, Meta, Messenger, TikTok. You can use that same database to target Brian across those channels as well. So Brian will just see your ad 5 to 10 times versus multiple people like Brian seeing your ad maybe once or a half a time. You're going to hit Brian more times than you normally would with regular interests. You can reach those touch points a lot faster using a database. And when you reach those touch points faster with that perfect customer, you're going to increase your conversion rates, lower acquisition costs, shorten sales cycles, reduce your wasted advertising because you're targeting Brian and those names on that list instead of other people, and reduce those unqualified leads if you're doing lead generation. Because you've already done the hard work on the beginning part where you're building a database of your qualified person in the beginning. Custom audience lists can ensure each person who sees your ad is qualified to buy your product. This increases the amount of sales or conversions that result from leads and traffic. And that goes into a little bit we discussed already. Where can we target these people using databases? Where can database marketing actually happen? So online, you can target these people and upload lists to multiple platforms, including the following: Meta, Google, Bing, StackAdapt, which is display advertising, Twitter, LinkedIn, LiveRamp, Mountain, which are connected TV, and Live Intent, which is email advertising, which they show ads within email. And the list goes on. There's multiple ad channels as well where you can upload these lists for targeting across channels. Again, the rule of thumb is the 7 touch points. It may even be higher now, 20 touch points before someone makes a purchase. The thing is, with database marketing, you can reach those touch points a lot faster versus targeting just with general interests. Because again, those general interests are just a group of people, anonymous group of people that you have no idea who they are, and you'll even know if they're on the specific channels. It's just a big pool of people. But when you're using a database for database marketing, you know exactly who you're targeting, and you can target them multiple times a lot faster to get to those touch points that could eventually lead to that conversion. So when should you export these custom audience lists to use? So each time you have a marketing campaign planned, you should be using a marketing database to use. And this goes hand in hand with any of the offline marketing efforts as well. So if you're using a marketing database for direct mail, phone call outreach, SMS outreach, email outreach, and more, you want to use those offline channels as well as the digital channels at the same time, so that people that are receiving your emails, maybe receiving calls, text messages, they're also seeing ads across those channels like Meta, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on. So your brand is in front of those people more often, you're reaching those marketing touch points a lot faster, and you're getting them to the point of conversion a lot faster for a lot less spend. Then once you run those campaigns, get those results on the database, you can see who became a lead, who's taken action on any of your campaigns, see what assets are doing the best, and then you could eventually segment those people, go back to your data, see what other qualities that they have. You could take some segments off your existing database and target them more, or get more of those people, as well as start back over and see if there's any other segments or audiences that you can create or make a database out of, and then work through the process again to reach them across channels, and then see the results you get. And it's just an ongoing cycle of database creation, iteration, optimization, and so on. And here at Giant Partners, we provide these databases, custom audiences lists for your targeting. We can also work with you and run these campaigns for you, help you build these databases. We can help you through the whole process of database marketing. We're happy to do it. It's what we do. It's our process. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you like this, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time.